What's up guys, Uncasual Gamer here, and today I've got a whole host of pickups to get through, and yeah, one of these is a sealed game that's been sent off and been graded, and it cost me absolutely nothing, it's completely free. So we'll talk about that one, and I'm super excited to get into the rest, so yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so first off this week, I picked up The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. As you'll know if you watch any of my content there, The Last of Us is one of my favourite games of all time, and yeah, never actually played The Last of Us, the remastered version. Obviously, I played Last of Us 1 and 2. I played the, I think there was a remake of the first one, I think it's been remade like 3 times, but yeah, I've not played the remaster of the second one. And the reason I got this is because it's 50 quid in CX or £52 or something, and Argos was selling it for £21.99. So yeah, if there's still any in stock near you, I'd recommend getting this on Argos. Get down to your local Argos, have a look online, even get it delivered to you. Because it's £22, and I think it actually trades in at CEX for like 32. So even if you do want to play it, you can literally buy this and make a tenner a copy. If you're going for voucher, I think CEX cash price is like £23, so even cash you're actually making money. So yeah, while it was that price at Argos, I had to go and grab it. The second season has obviously just finished, so I'm not sure if I'll play it. I was hoping to play it kind of like during the season. But yeah, super happy to have that in the collection for £22. I think that is an absolute bargain, and like I say, check on Argos, their website. I'll put the link down below in case they've got any left. And while we're at Argos, not really a pickup or anything, but I thought this was pretty cool. If you're a bit older and you remember the big Argos catalogues that everyone used to go through, especially at Christmas time, well, they've now got an Argos gamer, like a little gamer mag just on the side. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It's literally just a booklet. It's fairly thick to be fair, and it just is all video games. So I thought that was quite neat because you don't tend to get like actual printed game books anymore, or like printed shop magazines or shop brochures anymore. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd pick one of them up and bring it back and have a look through. Switch 2 obviously is kind of a lot in here, so that's quite prominent. But yeah, really think that's pretty cool. Okay, so on to the first opening, and this is, I think it's an Amazon one, and I think I know what this is inside. And if you watched Retro Ghetto's video earlier in the week, he was saying that there's a subset on the PS4 that is kind of really cheap and easy to collect for, and also good fun. And that is the Lego sleeve cover. So yeah, I picked up Lego The Incredibles. Now, the sleeve annoyingly is, even though it's brand new from Amazon, it does have a few marks across the top. Nothing too bad. But yeah, Retro Getter was saying that these sleeves, I'd picked this up before. I'd actually ordered it before I did the video, and as you can see, maybe behind me, I've already got another 2 of them, and I've got another one on the way as well. But yeah, they're just really cool. The cardboard sleeves for these. This one, as you'll see, is Xbox One, but the sleeves are the same size as PS4 or Xbox One. So I'd recommend picking up the cheaper one out of the 2, and then buying the game and obviously putting the sleeve on it if you want to go for all PlayStation or all Xbox. That's Incredibles. Again, these are all pretty cheap. Off Amazon, they're all around the £10-15 mark. You can get them cheaper. I think Smith's Toy Superstore had the Harry Potter collection for like £5 last week with the sleeve cover. They're not available in the sleeve from all retailers, and even Amazon do sell some that don't have the sleeve, so just make sure you're getting the right one. You can usually tell by the image on the front of the listing. But yeah, I think when I've got the full set of these, I think it's 10, they'll look really cool on the shelf together. And yeah, it's just a good little subset, I guess. It's like a cheap subset to, you know, collect for, and it'll look really good when it's complete. So yeah, that's the first, or the second pickup, but the first delivery I had this week. Okay, on to the next parcel, and this is, I think this is a vintage pickup. Now this is cardboard, so I just want to be a little bit careful opening it, and if it's what I think it is, then it's like a special edition. It's not really a collector's edition. I don't know what it is, but I hate it when sellers send things in like these black bags. Probably would have been easier just to get some scissors, hey, but I'm 2 stories up in the house and scissors are all on the bottom floor. Saying that I might need some scissors for one as a user. Back it is. Okay, so this one, as you can see when I get it out, is Saints Row on the PS5. Again, this, well, it said sealed. The sticker has come off, so maybe it's not sealed actually. And I think this one comes with a bandana. I don't know what the version's called. It obviously isn't just a standard version. It's like, I don't know, some kind of version. I think it's a the Amazon Day 1 edition, so I'm guessing this was only available on Amazon. Now this is a really, obviously it's nice, it's come fairly well packaged, it's in pretty good condition. I like having big box games in the collection, they look great on the shelf. And yeah, I think this was £5, so £4.99 for effectively a brand new game. Shall I open it up and have a, let's have a look if I can do it without damaging the cardboard. Oh yeah, so the game is sealed in there. So the game is here, sealed on the PS5, and it also comes with a, I think it's a bandana. Yeah, it's a bandana, so I'm guessing, you know, one of the characters in the game has a bandana or something like that. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool one. $4.99, you can't really go wrong. And I'm going to be upgrading the game room soon anyway, so I'll have a little bit more room, hopefully, to put the big box items, some of the collector's editions items. But yeah, Saints Row, I think these are available to pick up even like from shops at like £10, but it was like $4.99 from Vinted, which I think included postage actually. I think it was like £3 plus postage. So yeah, happy with that one. That's going into the collection. Next up, I have got this package. Now, this, I believe, is 3 games in here. So, let's take a look. Now, I got these 3 games for, I think, a pretty good deal. I think together they're like £50 at CX, and I think I paid £30 for them. Now, these were from eBay, and these were actually like an eBay, like a normal eBay listing, like the good old days when you had to actually bid. Mostly nowadays tends to be like buy it now or best offer. I saw one of them, I was on like PS1 games, ending soonest, and I saw one of them come up and I thought, oh, that's quite a good price for that, because they're all first party titles. Yeah, I thought I'd bid on that one, and then I looked at what else the seller was selling, and he had 2 more games also ending within like 5 minutes, as obviously listed them together. So I thought I'll try and bid on all 3, and if I do get them at a good price, obviously he'd probably combine the postage. So yeah, it worked out at £30 for the 3. Now the only issue with these is that the cases are not in great condition. So I think they all have manual, but the cases are not in great condition. So what I'm going to have to do is jump into my PS1 collection. I'm making a rad mess of this box. Jump into the PS1 collection. I've got some like really filler titles on there, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and there's like an F1 game I think, which is not worth much money. So what I'll do is I'll swap out the cases for them ones and put these games in it. So the first one is Crash Bandicoot, and this is the first one. Now this one hasn't got the back, which is a little bit annoying because it hasn't got the spine, that means, and I didn't realise that at the time of buying. So that, first of all, is a little bit frustrating. Can't even get into this case. This case is properly jammed. Okay, it has got manual, even though the manual is a bit tatty. And it has got the disc, which looks in okay condition. There's quite a few scratches on there. But yeah, I mean, once I get that cleaned up into a better case, if you look at this case, this case is a mess, man. I know PS1 cases always are a mess, but this is worse than normal. So yeah, we'll get that cleaned up into a new case. A bit of a shame that it hasn't got the spine or the back, but we can live with that, I guess. Hopefully the next 2 are a little bit better than that. So let's jump in. Hopefully these were easy to get out of the packaging as well. Okay, so next up we've got Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back. This one has got the back. Again, this is platinum. These are both platinum, these 2. Again, the case is absolutely bad. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but yeah, big cracks all down it. Let's open it up. Okay, so again, the front cover. Again, it does have manual, which is nice. I don't know if I'd rather have the manual or the back cover if I could choose. Probably the back cover because it looks better on the shelf. Disc on this one is quite clean, really clean for a PS1 disc, I would say. So yeah, again, once that one's cleaned up, I think that one will look absolutely fine on the shelf once I get that into a better case. That's certainly better than the first Crash. So yeah, 2 Crash games. And then the third one, Spyro. And again, I mean, the case for this one is like literally half a case. And these are going to have to just go in the bin, these cases. I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, Spyro, which is the first one, I believe. And again, this comes with the manual. This time is not the Platinum Edition, so that's a bit nicer having the black version. And again, quite a dusty disc, this one, but it looks in okay condition. As well as the manual also comes with like a memory card advertisement, which is quite cool. And yeah, I think, so like I say, I think these 3 together, this one has got the back cover and the spine. I think these 3 together cost me £30. And like I say, he did me a favour and combined postage. I think the 3 of them at CEX for Crash 1, Crash 2 and Spyro 1 is about £50, maybe just over actually, £50. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal. Like I said, PS1 cases are so hard to find in good condition. So if you're buying empty cases, they go for like £10 each anyway. So in the sense that I'm going to have to now take 3 good PS1 cases out of my collection to use for these. Maybe it wasn't worth it in the end, or maybe I broke an even. But yeah, I saw them, and in the heat of the moment when you're bidding on something that ends soon, you kind of just panicking and buy it. But yeah, let's get these 3 cleaned up and have a look at how they look in better cases. I think I'm going to take out Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's a fairly decent case. I'm going to take out, I think, Beyblade again, a fairly decent case. And I'm going to take out Premier League Manager again, fairly decent case. All these 3 are pretty cheap games, I think. So let's get these 3 put into these 3 cases. Yes, there you have it. All 3 now are in nice, shinier, better condition cases, shall we say. And that was an absolute nightmare, by the way. Changing PS1 cases is not easy. And I think because they're so brittle, and I think the older they get, the more they get like sunlight to them, etc. They do get more brittle, and you've got to kind of like get a knife or something down the side to get them open. But yeah, much happy with that. Like I say, the only thing that bothers me is that the first Crash has not got a spine or a back. However, I think I'm going to display these along with the other Spyro and Crash to complete both trilogies on like a shelf itself. So if I display them like kind of offset, like on forward face on the shelf, it won't matter too much. But yeah, for the price I picked them up for, I am fairly happy. Like I say, all 3 have got a manual, all 3 have got a cover in decent condition. So yeah, could have been worse, could have been a little bit better. But yeah, fairly happy with them to add to the PS1 collection. Okay, so now on to the biggie, and this, I believe, is well, I know that this is going to be the graded game that I mentioned, that's in the title. So yeah, this is the graded game, which I haven't paid a penny for. It looks like it might be quite hard to get into, so I've got a trusty knife here. So yeah, let me try and get into this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are in. Now, first things first, this thing is really well bubble wrapped. Okay, so yeah, that's now empty. Alright, first of all, now this is a PS4 game, just to let you know, I do know that. PS Vita, so they've sent me a PS Vita, like a cloth, I think it's like a dust cloth kind of thing. That's quite nice, I've got a Vita, so that'll go really nice with the Vita because I've not got a little cloth for it. So yeah, that's, I'm guessing just like a little gift they've thrown in as well as the game. Really nice from the guys over at Retro Uncovered. Okay, so let's get into the game. I'll show you what it is, and then I'll explain how I got this for free and why it's not cost me a penny. So first of all, this is like really well packaged. And I've never ever owned a graded game in my life, so my entire collection, I'm not getting any graded games. I have got a handful of sealed games. In the past, grading's not something I've really ever like had a desire for, anything I kind of really wanted. I like to play a lot of my games, so grading's not something that I've ever collected for. However, if it's not going to cost you a penny and it's free, then why not, eh? Again, really, really nicely wrapped. Still nicely wrapped. Still not even down to the game yet. Okay, now we've got like a load of the stickers on the side here, so we'll just peel these off. And looks like we're getting down to the game. I've never even held like a graded game before. I've seen them at like fairs and stuff. Okay, so there you have it. The Last of Us Part 2 on the PS4. This is graded by UK graders, and it's got an 85 plus, it looks like. And how did I get this then? So yeah, it was thanks to the guys over at Retro Uncovered and also the guys over at Edith Grading. I'll put both links down in the comments below in the bio of the video. And just to say, I've got absolutely no affiliation with both these companies or these online shops, these collectors. I've got no affiliation with them. There's no sponsorship, nothing like that. Basically, as part of the Last of Us 2 series on TV, they ran a giveaway on their Instagram channel. And yeah, I ended the competition. I posted a comment. I followed both pages, and I was chosen as the lucky winner. Not sure how much this is worth. Probably like a few £100, I'm guessing. Obviously, it's something I'm going to keep in the collection because I love The Last of Us. That's why I entered the competition. I think on the post, I'll have to go back to the original post, I think it just said an 80 plus. It didn't actually say what grade it was going to be. So I guess 85 is pretty good. Like I say, I'm not the biggest graded collector or anything like that. So I don't know if 85 is amazing. I mean, I'm guessing it's out of 100, so it must be pretty good, right? And yeah, I don't know what else much to say really, apart from like a massive, massive thank you and shout out to the two profiles I just mentioned, Retro Uncovered and Edith Gaming, for, you know, randomly, I think he was randomly picked as the winner. Can't thank you enough. I think they mentioned to me in the comments in the message as well when they said that when they announced me as the winner that they're going to be running more competitions. So, you know what? It just goes to show that I always thought I'll never win anything off these social media competitions, and this time I have done. So yeah, it goes to show that just if you see them on Instagram, drop a comment, follow them, and it's worthwhile entering. I think only like 300 people entered this one, maybe 200, 300 people entered it. So I guess the odds were pretty good anyway. And for a graded game, which is, I guess, it's worth like a fair bit of money, yeah. Could not be happy with that. One of my favourite games of all time. It's going to be going on my little Last of Us shelf behind you. I will show it on display. And yeah, chuffed, absolutely chuffed with that one. So yeah, overall a pretty good week for game hunting, I would say. Lots of bargains in here, especially Last of Us 2. Like I said, a remastered one. Get to Argos, get that picked up. The Far Cry game, one that I would recommend picking up while it's cheap, just because it's a big box game and it's worth that. The Lego sleeves, like I've mentioned, I think now more people are going to try to get on the bandwagon for these and collect them. They're probably going to start getting a little harder to get. So if you do see them out in the wild, maybe pick them up. The PS1 games, which are going to be on display, probably out of all the items today, probably the least, the lowest of the wins. But still happy to have the games in my collection. I will pop all three in the PS1 just to make sure they do work. Because I know we all dislike that, they have got scratches on, and I don't want to be paying £30 for games that don't work. And yeah, finally, The Last of Us 2 graded sealed, which is probably like one of the highlights of my collection now. And yeah, it didn't cost me a penny, won it, super chuffed with that. As always, thank you for watching and keep gaming.